Welcome to our Python Code Explainer session. Today we're going to tackle an interesting interview question. Extract the Dict list from the given string. We have two strings here with interesting structures. They look a bit like representations of Python dictionaries and lists. So how can we convert these string representations back into actual Python data structures? Let's start with input string 1. We see that it has single quotes on the outside, making it a string, but inside it looks like a dictionary. To convert this string to a dictionary, our best bet is using the JSON module, which can parse a string formatted as a JSON object into a Python dictionary. However, JSON requires double quotes for strings, so input string 1 isn't directly parsable. We'll import the JSON module and use the json.loads method by passing input string 1 to it. Remember, we will need to replace the single quotes with double quotes for this to work, but this isn't shown in these frames. As we implement the json.loads method, we store the output in a variable called output. Once we've parsed the string, we can check the type of output to confirm that it's indeed a dictionary now. Next, we move on to input string 2. This one's a bit trickier because it's not in a valid JSON format due to the single quotes and the extra text at the end. We first attempt to parse it as we did with input string 1, but we encounter a JSON decode error. This error occurred because the json.loads function can't deal with the input as it's not in a proper JSON format. To resolve this, we can try a different approach. We need to extract the portion of the string that represents a list. There are multiple ways we might achieve this, but it looks like the coder is trying to use string manipulation methods to extract the list part of the string. They are attempting to use the find method to locate the start and end of the list within the text. Finally, they slice the string to get the exact part that looks like a list, and then use the ask.literalEval method to safely evaluate the string as a Python expression. The ask.literalEval function is a safer alternative to eval because it only processes literals. After correctly extracting the list and using ask.literalEval, the output is stored, and its type is confirmed to be a list by using the type function. And there we have it, two different strings, each resembling Python data structures, successfully parsed and converted into a dictionary and a list, respectively. These are typical string parsing challenges that you might encounter in real-world scenarios or technical interviews. The key takeaway is to use the right combination of the JSON module and string methods, and when necessary, the ask module to interpret string data correctly. This concludes our Code Explainer session for today. Happy coding!